Today I'm reviewing and testing another LED light that many of you have been requesting. This is the Fahren Forscher, and if you've been wondering how it performs, well, we're going to find out together. Stick around. Hello everyone and welcome to Car Light Reviews. If you've never been here before, I do perform consistent automotive light tests to help you make the best purchase decision and save you money. Now I've received a lot of requests to test Fahren lights, including from my Patreon supporters. And by the way, I really appreciate my Patreon supporters. I only have a couple so far, but even that much really helps me continue to make videos like this one that you're watching right now. You can be a supporter too. If you can spare $1 or more a month, I'd really appreciate it. That's right. You can help me make more videos for as little as $1 a month. Plus, you can get some cool Car Light Reviews goodies in return. Just hit my Patreon link in the description below to learn more. So I have in front of me the Fahren Forscher, for sure, for chair, forker. I'm not sure how to say it, which is not uncommon among LED headlights. I think it's Forscher, so I'm going to go with that. But Fahren, and I hope I'm saying that right, makes a few different LED headlight models ranging in prices from $29 up to $69 per pair before discounts at the time of this recording. And I picked this one because it seemed to be a good middle of the road to start with, and perhaps in future videos, I'll test the others in the lineup. Note that if you find this video helpful and want to buy this light, the image on Amazon currently doesn't say Forscher or whatever it is. But I'm excited to check this one out. And like all of my LED test videos, I'm going to do an introduction, an unboxing, I'm going to go over the published specs, cover some of the features, and then I'm going to test the brightness and light pattern for both projector and reflector housings and see how it compares to halogen. And if you haven't seen what I use and how I use it to test, check this out. For projector testing, I made a test rig using a 2017 Toyota Camry H11 headlight projector. And for reflector testing, I use an H11 headlight from a 2018 Ford F-150. I use these specifically because they are among the best-selling vehicles in America for over 20 years and are the most common on the road. I'll power the lights using a benchtop power supply, and I'll position the light's hot spot onto a lux meter that is 20 feet away, mounted on my garage door. I'll record the initial brightness and then again after 27 minutes to document how well the light manages heat. I use 27 minutes because that's the average commute time in the United States. My tests aren't for lux number accuracy, but for comparison to a stock H11 halogen bulb, which measures 725 projected lux and 910 reflected lux using my test method. Different tests in different environments will give you different results. So if you want to do the same tests of your own, I list all of the equipment I use in the description of this video. And please check the description of this video for some important notes on aiming headlights, how to ensure you've picked the right headlight for your application, and the legality of replacing halogen headlight bulbs with LEDs like this one. Now let's get to the unboxing. It's a mysterious black bag. Well, let's see what's in it. Zip ties. Another zip tie. All right, so here's what comes inside the mysterious black bag. A user manual. These are plug and play just like all lights, but this is a fold out style. It's got information, instructions. It's pretty thorough for what it's worth. You probably won't need it. Replace the factory halogen bulb and replace with this. So we got 4 zip ties. What's nice here, 2 extra gaskets, 2 pieces of double-sided tape, and a little tiny Allen wrench for the adjustable collar. And that's pretty cool how they did this. In chrome, information on how to register for your 1-year warranty. Let's take a look. And here it is. Let's start with the published specifications. 30 watts per light, 6,000 lumens per light, color temperature of 6,500 K. The chip, I don't have specifics on it. I couldn't find them, but they do say it is a top grade automotive chip. Has an IP rating of 68 and the usual hour rating of 50,000 hours. As you saw with the Allen wrench that came with it, it does have an adjustable collar. It does have a fan for heat management, and it does have an external driver. Warranty is, of course, 1 year, as I mentioned before, and the price at the time of this video, before any discounts or coupon codes, is $39.99. So just taking a look at the initial impressions here, pretty standard design. We've seen this style of design before with these scallops right here. It's pretty common here. I do like the design of the heatsink, but again, things like that don't always matter to everybody because it's going to disappear once it's installed in the vehicle. But I like it, and I also like the look of the heatsink. Not that it really matters as well. It's usually going to be tucked inside underneath some dust caps, or, well, you just can't see it because the hood is closed. But you know what? Overall, not bad for a pair of lights for under $40. So now it's time to test the output and the light pattern and see if everyone who recommended that I test this was right. And indeed, they were right. This is impressive. 1,472 lux, which is 747 over the halogen 725 lux. That's over twice as bright. And after 27 minutes of runtime, the average drive time in the United States, it retains a very impressive 89% of that light output, making it 1,313 lux after time, 588 over halogen. And looking at the projector light pattern compared to halogen, for as bright as it is, it does pretty well. You can see it has a pretty clean cutoff. We've got some standard blurry areas in the top middle that aren't anything above average for my testing system. And this weak spot right here in the lower middle is normal. And overall, for the brightness, I'm really surprised at how well it controls the light. But can it do the same in a reflector housing? Well, let's take a look. My reflector test, 2,390 lux. That's 1,480 over the halogen 910 lux. And after 27 minutes, it is reduced to 2,132 lux, or 1,222 over the halogen bulb, keeping that 89% light output. And looking at the reflector light pattern compared to halogen, I am pretty surprised again. These really managed to keep the light in control in my test housing. You can see that the cutoff is clean. There's very little scatter. It does show a bit weak right here, but not very much. And over here, nice and full. This does very, very well in the reflector. Again, I am very impressed. And as mentioned, there is a published rating of 30 watts per light, and I observed 20.9 each light. Now let's talk a little bit about heat management. In all of my previous videos, I use this laser thermometer to check the main unit and, if available, the external driver for the temperature after 27 minutes of use. And I really think that it's not a very accurate way to test. So starting with this video, I've implemented a more accurate way to measure heat on my LED lights. I am now using a FLIR 1 Pro professional grade thermal camera. And as you can see here, the main unit of this Fahren Forscher after 27 minutes heats up to 185 degrees Fahrenheit and the driver 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, we can't compare these to my previous test when I used the laser thermometer, because here is what a standard H11 bulb heats up to, a blistering 752 degrees Fahrenheit in around 1 minute. Now, please note again that this new method of heat measurement can't be accurately compared to my previous videos. So I'm going to note in my Headlight data spreadsheet that you can download, see the link in the description, that the new test moving forward is indeed using the FLIR 1 Pro thermal camera. And another thing I think I really need to mention out of fairness. This one here has a fan that is indeed on the loud side. And I personally observed a very, very high pitch that seems to be unique to this light so far. But also remember, I'm testing in an open area, and it'll likely be much more muted when installed. But I think it's only fair that I warn you about that. Okay, I've got to admit, this light is very, very surprising for the money. In a projector, this is the 4th brightest light I've tested so far. In a reflector, the 5th brightest. And it also tied at number 1 with the highest light retention of 89% after 27 minutes. Based on this, I got to assume that the heat management is on the lower side compared to other lights. Now we're going to see how it compares when two things happen. I continue to test lights in future video with the new FLIR thermal camera, and I will try to go back and retest the temperature of previous lights. As always, I'll be updating my downloadable Headlight data spreadsheet. And I've got to say, when looking at the data on my spreadsheet and comparing to my previous tests, my opinion that dollar for dollar, this light now takes the top spot of the best lights I've tested when you consider cost, output, light pattern, and heat retention. It just took the crown from the light that I've been recommending for the past 2 years, and the light that I've personally been running in one of my cars for just as long as the best light for the money, and that is the Auxito Y13. In fact, The Y13 that this light tied with at the #1 spot with the highest light retention of 89% after 27 minutes was indeed the Y13. Again, that's so far. But you have asked, and here's your answer. Now, based on my data, I really think this is the best light I've tested so far for the money. Are there brighter for more expensive? Yup. Are there less bright for cheaper? You bet. But for the money, brightness, light retention, and light pattern control, this one is currently on top. However, I am running new tests and releasing new videos all the time, so subscribe and see what comes along and takes the title from this one. Perhaps it will be another Fahren light that takes it, or perhaps it'll be something else that surprises us all. Either way, it's only a matter of time, and that's why I love testing these lights and making videos about my findings. Links to where you can buy the Fahren Forscher, or however you say it, are in the description. Either way, I say it is for sure the best light I've tested for the money. Get it? For sure? For sure? No? Okay. Anyway, I've mentioned the headlight specs spreadsheet that I update with each video a couple times, and you can find a link in the description to it. It's a free spreadsheet and allows you to compare my data of this light to the ones that I've tested in other videos in one easy view. Check it out and tell me if you agree with my recommendation of this light. And again, this video was made based on suggestions from you, the viewer of my videos, and was made possible in part by, well, my wallet and my Patreon supporters. So if you found this video helpful, help you make a better buying decision, save you money, or enjoy your car more, please help me make more of them by becoming a Patreon supporter. And of course, if it's not something you want to do right now, at least subscribe and hit the bell and let me know you appreciate my work. It still helps. And of course, if you have a suggestion on what I should test in the future, please leave a comment and I'll check into it. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helps you to find the right lighting upgrades for your needs so you can enjoy your car more. Keep your headlights aimed, drive safely, responsibly, and respectfully.